We now have just 2 weeks to go before Election Day, November 8th, and we're at that stage in a campaign where there's a lot of talk about expanding the map, which means putting states into play, states that were thought to be safe for one side or the other, that suddenly look competitive, or at least possibly competitive, where there's going to be serious campaigning. There are 4 states that you hear in this context right now. The first is Arizona, a state that Democrats haven't won in a presidential race since 1996. Now they think they have a chance in Arizona, and this one is for real. Democrats are sending real money, real support to Hillary Clinton's campaign in Arizona because they think they can steal that one from the Republicans. Second state you hear discussed is Georgia. That's a little less real. Democrats are intrigued by the idea of turning Georgia from a red state to a blue state. There's a large African-American population that will be friendly to Hillary Clinton, but the Democrats don't think the numbers quite add up there. There'll be an effort, but that's not as serious as Arizona. Third state you hear about is really a tease, Texas. Democrats are intrigued by polls in Texas that show that Donald Trump is only a few points ahead of Hillary Clinton in that state. But I don't think anybody takes it too seriously as a state that can this year turn from red to blue. But Democrats are making a long-term bet in Texas that the growing Hispanic vote in particular is changing the demographics of that state, makes it possible down the road. Fourth state that's a surprise on the Senate side, not so much the presidential race, and that is Missouri. There you have a veteran Republican Senator, Roy Blunt, who's facing a surprisingly stiff challenge from Jason Kander, the state's Secretary of State, an impressive young Democratic candidate. This is one where you're going to see a lot of money and a lot of attention flowing in the last 2 weeks because it may be crucial to the other big fight this year, the fight not for the White House, but for control of the Senate.